That's as assembled as I'm going to go right now. I've just looped around the transmission cooler lines because I've got to take this outside. Run the hoses, no thermostat, run the hose in here. Probably put a hose, so the shit that comes out of it's not going to go everywhere with the belt. And start the engine up and hopefully it'll flush most of the stuff out, because inside this engine is that. Yeah. That's been drained for a little bit. You can see there's quite a bit of it in there. Luckily it floats to the top. But yeah, it's just been oozing out of there for a few hours now. So, as you can see, we've got a separator system here. So I'll just put the tap in it, let it run all. It'll go down into here into the separator of Bob's your uncle. So we're pretty right there. It should fire up. We hook a battery up, yeah. That always helps. I think I'll go pressure wash all that stuff down there too. Well, the front goes on it. Bit of glow. Okay, I'm going to get around the other side now. Take a while, but what else do you do, eh? We've got to get it all out of there. Let's still group it out. And when I've got most of this out of here and most of that out of there, then I'll put some chemical in the radiator. We can drive it around for a while. We'll keep dumping that out probably once a week, or maybe do it twice a week. Keep dumping it out, and eventually we'll end up with no more muck in it. So I'll just see if I can get as much of that stuff out as possible. Yeah, so that's a bit cleaner. Now let's go and have a look at the radiator. Well, I emptied out the old muck that was in there. A little bit more has come out of it. Well, that's a bit of water that's in there. We put some detergent in it and try to whoosh it around a little bit, but it's just going to be a waiting game, I think. Let's just flush it out. That's all we can do. And it's going to take some time, but we're, yeah, time's what it takes. Okay, so the front cassette's on. I've attached the hoses and the cooler hose, the transmission cooler hoses. I put a bit of transmission fluid in it. You might be able to see there's a bit of a shiny spot there. Yeah, we sprung a leak. That's okay. So I've topped up the fluid. I'm going to put just water in this bottle. We'll leave it full up to about here, and I'll just keep putting more and more water in it. We're just using water, remember, and I've got no thermostat in it. We'll have the heater valve opened, and we'll just run it, and all the muck's going to arrive up in the top of this, and we'll just keep mopping it out. Well, for how long are you going to say? As long as it takes, I'm going to say. It's a painful process. It's hard to do this for a customer because it takes a long time, but this being our own ute or our own work vehicle, it's not such a biggie. So I'll fill him up with water, just plain old water, and start him up. So there we go. We're full. The plan is, once all this has risen up into here, and we're pretty confident that most of it's gone from the cooling system, then I intend to, as you can see, I haven't tightened anything down here. So this is just floating around. It's just floating around. So the plan is that once I'm happy with this, I'll pull these two bolts out, one either side, undo the hoses, slide the cassette back off the front of it, then I can get into the thermostat down in there. I could do it without pulling the front off, but it'd be just so much easier. Anyway, we'll fire him up. Should fire up pretty quickly. Yeah, not so bad. We'll start turning up. Come back in a bit, we'll see how much it's got up the top of it. And that's about 10 minutes. You can see it's starting to come. Let's leave that going for as long as it takes. Yep. So I guess that's the end of that one. The rest is just to assemble the rest of the stuff, regas the air, front bar and lights and stuff. Bugger of a job, but hey, getting paid, so I don't care. Have yourselves a good one. I'll check you later. Have a goodie. Cheers.